Can you describe your best friend in English without repeating the word nice 5 times? Most learners can't. But native speakers use completely different words, and today you're going to learn exactly which ones to use and how to sound natural while doing it. Hello, I'm here to teach you 7 powerful ways to describe people in English, both what they look like and what they're like as a person. If you're tired of using boring adjectives like good and nice, this lesson will change how you talk about people forever. By the end of 5 minutes, you'll have the exact phrases native speakers use every single day. Let's start. When you describe how someone looks, native speakers use specific visual language. Instead of just saying she's pretty, you might say she has long dark hair and bright blue eyes, or he's tall and athletic with a friendly face. Notice how we add details, not just one word, but a small picture. You can also say, she's got a warm smile, or he has kind eyes. These paint a real image in someone's mind. Practice this. Describe your colleague using 2 or 3 specific features. Don't just say attractive or handsome. Say what you actually see. This is where most learners get stuck. They say nice and good for everything. Native speakers never do this. Instead, they say outgoing, reliable, thoughtful, genuine, witty, or down to earth. Let me show you the difference. Don't say my friend is nice. Say my friend is incredibly thoughtful. She always remembers people's birthdays and asks how they're really doing. That's specific. Don't say my boss is good. Say my boss is fair and straightforward. She tells you exactly what she thinks. See the difference? Real adjectives make you sound fluent. When you describe someone's personality, always add a quick example or reason. That's what native speakers do. This is a golden phrase. Native speakers use it constantly because it lets you describe someone's true character in a natural way. Here's how it works. He's the kind of person who always shows up on time. She's the kind of person who listens more than she talks. They're the kind of people who make you feel welcome immediately. This structure is incredibly powerful because it shows behavior, not just a label. Instead of saying he's punctual, you say he's the kind of person who's always early. Instead of she's empathetic, you say she's the kind of person who remembers the smallest details about your life. Use this phrase and you'll sound instantly more fluent. Try it with 3 people you know right now. The best descriptions mix both elements. A complete description sounds like this. My friend Sarah is tall with shoulder-length blonde hair and really expressive eyes. She's incredibly outgoing and makes everyone around her laugh. She's the kind of person who lights up a room. See how that works? You gave a visual picture, then showed her personality, then added character. Here's another example. My colleague is in his 50s, has a beard, and always wears glasses. But he's super approachable and genuinely interested in helping junior staff. He's the kind of person who remembers your name after meeting you once. These descriptions feel complete and natural. They're what native speakers actually say when someone asks, "Tell me about your friend." Don't describe people as just tall or short without context. Native speakers say, quite tall for a woman, or shorter than average, but really athletic. Don't use only one adjective. Native speakers layer descriptions. Instead of she's funny, say she's witty and hilarious in a dry way. Don't forget body language and energy. You can say he has really open body language, or she seems calm and confident, and never say he's fat or she's ugly. That's rude in English. Instead, say he's a bigger guy, or describe them in a kind, specific way. The goal is to paint a picture that's accurate and respectful. That's what fluent English speakers do. You now have 7 powerful tools to describe people like a native speaker: specific appearance details, real personality adjectives, the golden kind of person phrase, how to mix them together, and what mistakes to avoid. The only way to get better is to practice. This week, describe 3 people in your life using these phrases. Record yourself or write them down. The more you practice, the more natural this becomes. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to Daily English Edge for a new English lesson every single day. Thanks for learning with us, and I'll see you in the next video.